That's the goal of Matthew Kenslow, who is promoting his new book, Unstoppable.
His documentation of his life on the autism spectrum has garnered over 1 million followers on Instagram.
And our guest is a substitute teacher, author, juggler, and influencer with over 1 million followers. Oh, did we mention that he had autism? Because it doesn't stop Matthew Kenslow from living his best life.
Matthew Kenslow is a substitute teacher with autism and the author of Unstoppable, How One Person with Autism is Never Giving Up on His Lifelong Dream to Become a Teacher and Worldwide Influencer.
Welcome back. A social media sensation and author is promoting autism awareness and acceptance. Matthew Kenslow wrote Juggling the Issues.
Casey Mendoza with Scripps News introduces us to a young man who believes that stories like his are starting to be told.
Today on UK Talk Radio, it's a pleasure to talk to Matthew Kenslow. We're talking about his book, Unstoppable.
Matthew shares his journey with autism on social media and believes his message is more relevant than ever.
Autism awareness and acceptance should be highly promoted.
Matthew Kenslow is an author, substitute teacher, and influencer. He's also diagnosed with autism. He joins us virtually right now.
So we are talking today with an author named Matthew Kenslow.
Matthew Kenslow is an author, speaker, and advocate for people with autism spectrum disorder.
A fantastic author. This is a very special guest, and I'm extremely honored of having him. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet the one and only Mr. Matthew Kenslow.
According to the CDC, more than 700,000 autistic adults live in California. Growing up, Matthew says he had trouble making friends, managing social interactions, and more. He's also had a lot of triumphs by reaching an Eagle Scout equivalent in the Royal Rangers, publishing a book, and creating autism awareness videos on social media. An opportunity to create a community and help others on the spectrum feel like they're not alone.
On the line, I've got Matthew Kenslow, who's joining us to talk about his book, but also share some messages with us and talk a little bit about his life on social media.
The website music station Z Radio Live. This is the Zach Feldman Show. Joining me on the phone is an author. His name is Matthew Kenslow, and he has a brand new book called Unstoppable.
For Matthew Kenslow, his time came in the power of social media to teach the world about autism.
Kenslow has written 2 books on his autism journey and hopes to become a full-time teacher. He credits his success to awareness and early intervention.
Having awareness leads to acceptance, and for everyone that includes self-acceptance too. We need to come to terms, I believe, with what we have and believe in ourselves that we could still pursue what we're passionate to do as long as it's practical.
Matthew Kenslow. Matthew's a young man who's written a book. It's entitled Unstoppable.
He's often called the best sub by students. Teachers and administrators frequently ask him to come back to teach.
The credential program here in California is very rigorous, but I persevered. My number one advice is don't allow the label of autism or whatever disability to slow you down. If I could do the things that I could do, then so can you, plus more. Again, I believe anyone can do whatever they set their heart and mind to do as long as it's practical. Sometimes we have to learn to go through things and not around things. And lastly, just don't give up on what you want to do and who you want to be in life.
My mission is to prove that nothing can stop people with autism, or any disability for that matter.
It's also brought him more than 1 million followers on Instagram and other platforms, showing how being inclusive can be enlightened.
Never give up until you reach your joyous dreams.
And he's a tireless advocate.
Awesome. What a great guy.
Great guy.
We can all learn from that, because how hard is that to do?
Oh, it is. And he prays for them, and he forgives them, and he sets it free, and he doesn't hold anything inside. And he hopes that everybody can find a partner in life to help you work through those feelings so that you don't just keep it bottled up inside.
Yeah, looking forward to that interview then, for sure.
Yeah. He's a substitute teacher. He is typically referred to as the best sub out there in these schools. So it's always nice to hear from Matthew.